The concept of grabbing new information is driving you crazy. What is this concept? Why are we dealing with it? Why every single day we want new information? Why can't we just live one day without any new information, without any new knowledge, without any new addition to our life, to our being? Why we became so chronically addicted to information? Is it because it keeps us more relevant? Or it's just society's conditioning to be able to keep up with the pace, to be able to stay in the cycle of civilized world? Then you need more information every single day. Then you need news, all these social medias. Then you need other people to tell you what they're doing in their life. All these blogs and influencers, they all keep you updated. What is really happening? And you are addicted to all these updates. You are addicted to all of those notifications. You are addicted to all of these new things every single day. You wake up and you're looking forward to have them. Early morning, when you wake up, you look up your phone. You find your phone. First, you skim through all of your notifications, get the first initial dopamine of new information. Then slowly, one by one, you look into them. You want to find the most rewarding one first, because you are addicted. You want that feeling. You want that buzz, that rush in your brain that tells you, yes, you are alive. Yes, you're still part of this world. You're still part of this life. Because your regular you, your everyday you, is so boring that you need all these affirmations. You need all these small things to remind you, yes, you're still alive. Yes, you are not so depressed. You still have something going on. You are not completely suicidal. You still have something to cling on this life. Why is this happening to us? Why we are so fucking conditioned and addicted that we cannot let things be for once. We cannot let things be. We cannot let the life, the world unfold itself into our being. Every single day we reject it. Every single day when the life wants to bloom in you, wants to grow in you, you say no to it. You say, no, let me check on all of these notifications because I think I need them. Because my brain cannot function without these information, these new updates. I feel so empty. If I don't get these, I feel hollow. Nothing feels alive. Nothing is there anymore. And the life, every single day, the nature, your surroundings, your environment, every single day tries to tell you, let go. Tries to tell you, being does not need any information. Being is just there available to you. Just like the birds, just like the other animals. They go on through life, they thrive, they die, they don't make it, they die early, they make it, they die late. But they go through it intensely. What about you? You're a civilized man. You're a civilized human being. But what does this civilization mean? What does this civilized human being mean? When it cannot solve the most basic problems of humanity. What is this civilized world that it cannot solve basic human rights? If we cannot really solve the basic human rights, why are we having all these amount of people on this planet? Then we must not be civilized. Then we must not be intelligent. Then we must be so dumb and stupid that we go through life every single day knowing that the resources are just so limited that we cannot handle, at least with this amount of technology, with this amount of knowledge, at least we cannot provide the basic human rights for everyone. Then let's not have kids. Then let's all together come to this idea that just let's fix the world first. If we cannot get to this point, then we are not civilized. If we cannot get to this point that there will be no wars, there will be no greed, there will be no power to distribute for dominance, then we are not civilized. We are just another animal. The ones that you tend to mention as absolutely unintelligent beings, the ones that you are willing to put on your diet to stay alive and survive. You call them animals, but you call yourself a civilized human being. You call yourself intelligent. I don't see any intelligence. I see sheer stupidity. That every single day, every human being on this planet goes through their life knowing that this is not the right way to live, but still they do it. At least 90% of this population on this planet, if not 99% of the population on this planet, know that the way that they are living is unhealthy. The way that they are living is stressful. The way that they are living is anxiety-inducing. The cortisol level of their body is increasing every single day. There is no rest day. There is no day that you can sit and think to yourself, wow. Only wow. There is no day in your life that you can sit and only say wow to this vast consciousness, to this beauty that surrounds you every single day. But you don't see it. Well, yeah, you go for a walk sometimes in a forest. But even then, you're not there. Even then, when you walk, You think about future, you think about past. Even then, you look on your phone and try to find new information to feed to your broken brain that is leaking every single day. Your brain is leaking chemicals that is not good for you. Why we have to live like this? Why can't we just not live like this? Sure we can, at least individually. Collectively, no. It's not time yet. You cannot collectively become aware of this fact that we all need to come together to thrive together. We are not so ready for that. But how we can get ready for a world that it can thrive on humanity, on compassion, on love, on kindness? How we can get there? Everything starts with you. Everything starts individually. And if you try to change something else, someone else, you are bound to fail. But if you try to change yourself individually, regardless of what others are trying to tell you to do, regardless of following others, regardless of complying to any rules, any laws, if you become a rebel, only then you can work on yourself. Otherwise, there is all sort of chains available on this modern world to grab you down, to hold you down. You know what are those chains. You are very, very well aware of those chains. But you should also know there are ways to break all of them. Every single one of those chains that you think you are trapped in with is breakable. And the fun part is, if you take this journey individually, and if you take this journey with surrender, not thinking about, oh, but how can I get rid of this particular chain? This is just so not possible. I have to comply to my parents. I have to comply to my partner. I have to comply to my children. I have to tend to my family. How can I become free of what I put myself in? How can I be free of what I have right now? It's your decision. Everything is possible. It's just your decision and your willingness to take responsibility for your life that will allow you to free yourself from all that bondage that you think you cannot get out. And honestly, if you really want to thrive as a human being, if you really want to be able to be a meditator, a person that walks in the forest and becomes the forest, you need to let go. You need to let go and put that fear aside and really give yourself a chance to thrive. Really give yourself a chance to dance. Really give yourself a chance to sing, to be. Becoming aware of your life is the first step toward individuality. Really knowing who you are, really knowing what you are, is the first step to individuality. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to become aware of your life. Awareness is something that is always there. Awareness is continuously with you. You just need to become aware of it. And that's the tricky part. That's when meditation becomes almost impossible for peoples on this planet, because we never really learn what is awareness. We never really learn how to become in contact with the present moment, because we live in a modern era that everything goes in a calendar. Everything is measured by time. Everything has a time value. Therefore, your brain is so used to live in the past and in the future. When we talk about new information every single day, when we talk about looking for new information every single day, is where your brain wants to be. Your brain wants to be in the future. Your brain wants to be in the past. Because these two polarity is where your brain can stimulate itself to be able to keep up with the level of strength, with the level of stress and anxiety that you go through every single day. If your brain doesn't give you this, you will become depressed. If not already, you will become suicidal. If not already. Therefore, it has to survive, and your brain survival depends on the past and future. Your brain, or more precisely, what you know as yourself, your ego, cannot exist in the present moment. If you become present with the moment, there will be no you. There will be no distinguish between you and your surroundings, because you are no longer in the future and the past. You are part of the consciousness. This is easy. To become part of the consciousness is easy. To maintain this partnership is hard. But anyway, first we need to start this partnership. First we need to touch of awareness. First we need to touch a little bit of this present moment. How do we do that? By becoming aware of our life every single day, even if it's 1 minute. Intentionally, you sit with yourself for 1 minute every single day and look at your life completely without any judgment. Look at your life as it is. And don't look for anything, just be there. If any thoughts come to you that, but what is the point of this? Why are we doing this? Don't answer it. Let it be. If any question comes to your mind, let it be. Even if any answer comes to your mind, again, let it be. That's totally fine. Do not look for an escape. Whenever you look for an escape, you cannot become aware of the present moment. But only takes 1 minute. Only 1 minute every single day. You become completely available to your life. And that's insane. How awareness can change your life by 1 minute a day. Just 1 minute. I cannot emphasize more than this. But you need to do it, you know? You need to really meditate for 1 minute every single day. And then the awareness starts growing in your life. The awareness starts giving you moments that are profound, give you moments that are ecstatic,